Welcome to Marketing 432, an analysis. This is Mark Spielis at Central Michigan University. And in this podcast session, I'm going to talk to you about analysis and the process. And as John Cougar says in his song, sometimes it hurts so good. And when we go through analysis, sometimes it's not easy. It's difficult to do analysis, or at least get started in analysis. So I urge you to work through this. So why do people avoid doing data analysis? And one of the reasons is sometimes it's difficult to get started. It's difficult to get into those simple programs like Excel. Much more complex would be getting into Tableau or SAP. But don't be intimidated by that. You've got to start somewhere. Start with getting into a simple application like Microsoft Excel, and then working your way through that. So information, decision making, when we talk about data and decision making beyond the programs, it's all about taking data and breaking it down, or taking information, breaking it down into data. And the purpose of that is to be able to make good decisions. So at the end of the day, the whole analysis process is about making good decisions, using data to drive that decision making. All right, so when we look at analysis is breaking down information, breaking it into parts. Those parts give us information about the value, quality, the quantity of each part, and in the end, that allows us to make better decisions, okay? So there is an end game here. It's taking this data, if we look at a supply chain analysis, breaking it down, and then determining what is the value of this, how does that help us make better decisions in business. All right, so I believe the data analysis is related to SWOT. SWOT is not that SWOT. SWOT is very commonly used in marketing and business today. Let's look at its application through analysis. So why do we do analysis through the eyes of a SWOT? Number one, it gives us early warnings of threats or opportunities. So when we look at the external side of the SWOT, right, it has to do with opportunities and threats. So it gives us that early warning by doing analysis if there are threats to our business, if there's opportunities that are out there. It also gives us an assessment of our competitive position. How are we doing in the marketplace relative to our competitors? Because of a global market today, there's more competitors in the market. And as a result of that, we need that type of warning if we're not competing well with the rest of our competition in the marketplace today. Allows us to adapt to changes in the marketplace. Like I said, changes are happening faster than ever. We need to be able to adjust to those. Then lastly, meeting the needs of your customer. Perhaps that relates to strengths or weaknesses. More than likely, though, that has to do with an opportunity or perhaps a threat from a customer a threat from a competitor that's out there today. So now when we look at analysis, these are the reasons why it's important in business today. All right, so let's move on to data-driven decisions. And for good or for bad, your career is going to be driven. You're going to be evaluated in your career based on your ability to make decisions. So the sooner you're able to get in, do data analysis, it will help your career out. So some of you are going to look at this as a major challenge, but start now. Start getting into it now. So decision levels, starting at the top, strategic levels. This would be strategic decisions. A lot of data is used. This is relative to facility location, going into a market, determining if you can go into a market, long-term decisions. A lot of these decisions involve a lot of resources, and they involve people. Secondly, mid-level managers make tactical decisions. These decisions, are focused on a functional area of an organization: HR, marketing, production, supply chain management, and then lastly, operational, which are entry-level decisions. As you leave the university, you get into your entry-level job. These are decisions that are day-to-day, but they impact the business. They take effect only for a few days or weeks. So at the end of the day, use this opportunity to start becoming a better decision maker through using data and data analysis. So why is it important today? Globalization is one of the reasons why so many businesses today are focused on analysis. You see a lot of changes going on in business today. We've also moved to a knowledge-based economy. We were a very focused industrial economy, and that grew out of a farming economy, an ag economy. So now we're moving into this knowledge or service-based economy. So that is one of the reasons that analysis is important. It's an important element when you look at a knowledge-based economy. You look at the FANG companies, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, very data-driven, right? Then lastly, there's a lot of instability in the business world today. As an example, Brexit, what's going to happen with global markets. We look at today with the US-China trade dispute, tariffs, and then taxes and the impact of online retail today in business. It's driving a lot of changes in business. So going back to the SWOT analysis, it's ever more important to look at the SWOT using big data to drive decision making. Also, big data is being used today to drive marketing research that allows us to target our markets. Okay, so from a marketing perspective, very data driven. The Internet of Things is becoming a driver in gathering this data. We see it today in social media from a marketing perspective. But all of this data is going in and it's driving market research, connecting the customer with marketers and connecting the customer as well with supply chain and logistics. So 5G is an enabling technology, fifth generation technology for the connectivity of our Internet of Things, as well as autonomous technology. This technology is going to be evolving. We're probably not going to see this technology completely change the landscape for the next until the next 2 or 3 years, but certainly 5G is going to have a huge impact on the on supply chain and logistics and the connectivity of all of our devices. This is how it connects when you look at it from a marketing perspective. It being 5G, the Internet of Things, connecting these to our market, our group of people. So big data helps us connect to the target market. It goes into our marketing plan and allows us to execute a SWOT analysis. All right, so what about supply chain and logistics? It's really the same. 5G is going to connect, whether it's vehicles, inventory, transportation. It is going to connect our inventory to transportation, allowing us to track inventory, improving quality. So big data is going to have a huge role in supply chain and logistics as well. Let's exit out of here. Let's listen to a perspective from DHL and what their perspective is on logistics and the supply chain.
Data is important to our customer when it has a story behind it. DHL data analytics helps me a lot to understand a specific level of risk for a particular lane. As an example, if we go to a very hot environment, especially for our own products that we have to keep the temperature at 2 to 8 with very limited stability data, it's going to be extremely useful for us to understand the risk before we even ship the product. We're using our own internal data to understand certain patterns that you might not see if you just look at a handful of shipments. But if you look at the history of shipments over time, you might detect when a certain weather condition at a certain point in time kind of comes together, then we see temperature excursions.
We've established a tool which allows our customers to quantify their risk in a way that we've never been able to do before.
So you can see from that short clip from DHL how they're using it to track shipments, to track weather conditions, to track the quality of the shipments for their customer. So whether it's inventory or transportation, DHL is using that to track their products. All right, so effective analysis requires good input and good models, right? So that's going to come from experience and intuition. So knowing whether you have good input and a proven model comes from experience and your intuition, knowing that you're using the right material. So this all comes from doing. So jumping in and doing it, this is going to require practice on your part. So what does all this mean? This is all a lot of information, a lot of looking at the future. But what it really means is right now, if you're looking at this podcast, you're viewing this and saying, okay, this sounds like a lot. I don't know that I want to get into it. Don't limit yourself. Think about this for a second. You want to challenge your limits right now. This is when you start to expand your comfort zone. So don't be afraid to jump in, start doing it for yourself. So this is Mark Spielis at Central Michigan University. Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Make it a great day. Thank you.